Welcome back to our YouTube channel, guys. My name is Adil, and today's video is a behind the sound episode and giving you guys a bit more of an update of where we're up to on the VW Amarok sound system. We're giving you an update on soundproofing, the importance of it and where we're up to of that, but also going through speaker locations in a bit more detail and showing you exactly how the speakers are actually installed on the vehicle. So let's get on to it. But before we get on to today's video, make sure you guys at home have subscribed to our YouTube channel because we've got a massive competition live on our channel at the moment. We're giving away a brand new PlayStation 5 as well as an Audison amplifier. All the details are in the description below. However, let's get on with today's video. So the vehicle is completely stripped out. Reason is because we're adding in something called Skin's 3mm layer. Basically, as you can see here, the whole vehicle is stripped out. That is seat, that is all of the carpet work because we're adding in this stuff. This soundproofing, what actually is it and what does it do? So it's a 3mm adhesive layer that gets applied to key areas across the vehicle. So on this vehicle, we're doing the back shelf here, which is where the sub's going to be located, but also all the way across the floor plan. The roof is actually all already been carried out as well as inside the doors, which we'll move on to shortly. But soundproofing does three main key important parts. What it does is it reduces rattles and resonations from factory materials like inside door cards and factory cable runs and things like that. But also what it does is it builds a far better acoustic environment for the new sound system to work in, as well as the fact it reduces road noise as well. So there were three key things that the customer was actually after, and that's why we've added in so much soundproofing into the vehicle. Fully soundproofing the doors, all the floor pan as well as the roof. So we're adding a lot of sheets into the vehicle. Yes, it does add weight. However, the difference is very, very important to actually notice when you're driving the vehicle. That road noise reduction is insane, especially when you're doing the roof, floor, doors, the whole lot like this customer is. And again, this is all configured during the audio consultation when I go through everything in a load of detail. We look and listen to what you actually are looking to achieve from the system, and then we implement and design and spec the system exactly for how you want it. But this is going to sound absolutely phenomenal. The sub's going to rock in this brilliant enclosure now that we've got, obviously with the soundproofed area, plus we've also got the amplifier as well mounted into the back piece as well, completely hidden away. This whole system is going to be completely hidden. You're not going to see a thing once we're done. And that's one of these reasons why we want to show you guys the actual behind the scenes and what's actually involved and show you our work behind the scenes. So inside this door, obviously, as I mentioned before, these have all been acoustically soundproofed. So you've got three areas inside a door that actually get soundproofed. And that's how we can get so many sheets inside a door, building that better environment for the sound system to work in. You've got this layer which you can see here. So again, this is the 3mm layer, it's single layered across the whole area. You've got it wrapped around all the way around the speaker here. But also you've got an area behind here where actually allows that to be soundproofed as well. And then you've got the back of the door card. So there's three areas inside the door that get completely covered, which we'll go through later on, and you'll see loads of footage of that in the videos. But this is really key that we go through and miss off factory positions. So when I say that, I mean factory connectors, factory bolt positions, anything that the manufacturer might need to access to strip the door down again, to go into that next layer, is all accessible. We don't cover any parts like that. However, the areas that are just dead space, that's what's get covered to build that environment for the soundproofing to work in. The other thing that we've done is upgraded the 6.5-inch driver inside the door. This is the Hertzmille Legend 6.5-inch driver, a phenomenal mid-bass speaker. It's going to provide loads of depth, especially with the way we're amping it. And this again, during the audio consultation, we go through everything in a load of detail. The way we're amping the system off that Audison amplifier, bridging it on these woofers, is going to provide a load of mid-bass onto the vehicle. It's going to sound phenomenal up front. However, you need also higher frequencies in the vehicle. That's why we're adding in the Hertzmille Legend tweeter, again in a stock location. This, guys, is going to be completely hidden away, same as the tweeter. The actual tweeter is the Hertzmille Legend tweeter. What we've actually done is the way the factory bracket for the factory tweeter sits behind the A-pillar. We've actually 3D printed and designed completely for this job the actual housing that actually sits into a stock location. So it's actually going to be using factory screws and everything to go into stock location. However, it's a custom 3D printed baffle that allows the depth, the additional depth for the Hertzmille Legend tweeter to sit into a stock location, but with no damage done at all to the vehicle itself. And what it means is that we can reverse the system. All of this stuff can be removed and cars can be returned to stock at any time with no damage done at all to anything in the vehicle. Moving on to the rear doors, again, fully acoustically soundproof. Same design as the front doors. We've not sort of covered any factory holes or access points to go further into the door. But it's now a really, really solid design inside here, building a far better environment for the speaker to work in. Again, custom baffle, soundproofed all the way around, and these are the Hertz Centro range with a co-axial design. So the tweeter is actually built into the 6.5-inch driver, providing that rear fill in the vehicle, providing a far better environment, and that surround sound effect. Rear speakers are very, very important on a system. A lot of people don't add them in. However, on this system, customers are after that all-round surround, and that's where rear speakers, especially in a cabin this size, make a world of difference. So behind the actual seats itself, what we're going to be mounting is a sub and an amplifier. The actual sub itself is going to be mounted on this custom baffle here. The baffle is in a bit of a strange design. The reason is because the curvature that's actually in the factory metalwork itself on this rear part here curves a lot. So what we've actually done is actually shape that around that to actually build a far better environment and a solid base for the sub to perform in. So bass is a non-directional sound, so it doesn't particularly matter where it goes in a vehicle. So we're putting it behind here, providing that rear fill, providing that bass in the vehicle. This is a phenomenal bit of kit. We use this a lot in pickup trucks as well as many other cars, but it's an under-seat sub design, so it's an active sub. So it's got its own amplifier built into the actual sub itself, and it's going to be bolted down to here. But obviously, as you can see, guys, it's completely soundproof here, building a better environment for the system to work in. Plus, it's going to be hidden completely behind the rear seats as well. The other thing I want to touch on is the actual amplification setup, and that's using the Audison Forza. That again is going to be completely hidden away, still in a relatively accessible place behind the rear seats, but that's going to be providing all of the amplification for what's called a fully active sound system across the vehicle. You would have seen in our first videos on the Amarok that we've actually gone through in a little bit more detail about how we're actually running the amplification setup. But it's a phenomenal bit of kit, Class D amplification, massive, massive power, but also very compact and designed. That is actually a phenomenal bit of kit for the size of the amplification that you get. But it's 85 watts per channel. It's an 8-channel amplifier. It's got a processor built into it. It's a phenomenal package. So we use these a lot. You would have seen it in our Audi R8 install that we recently did as well. But obviously we use this amplifier a lot. Phenomenal power, compact design, plus it's very, very movable between any vehicle whenever you want to swap this system and move it to the next car. So we're all wrapped up here on today's Behind the Sound episode. Hopefully you've learned a little bit more about soundproofing, as well as where speakers are actually located, and seen a little bit more behind the scenes on what's actually involved in getting a system to how great we make them. If you are new to our channel and haven't seen us before, make sure you hit that subscribe button below. Remember, we've got that competition running as well. Link for that is in the description below. But thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to share the video with friends and family, as well as like it. But thank you very much for watching. We look forward to seeing you next time.